this is going to be a relatively quick overview of the Discoveries in Music module, number 5. It is for the Children's Discovery System. And if you're not familiar with the Children's Discovery System, see my other video. This is just going to sort of assume that you know how to use this and are aware of what this is. What I'm selling and what I'm demonstrating here is complete. It's got the box, it's got the directions, and it's got the overlay. Quick overview of the keyboard. You can pause this if you want to look at something up close. So I have the cartridge in, I have the overlay in. I'm going to turn it on. It's going to prompt you to say, do you really want to start? So when you first turn it on, you can play songs, but you can't play them back. They're not stored. What you got to do is you got to press memory, and it's going to count how many notes you're playing. So I did 5, and now I can play that back. A couple other things that you can do is you can do the status. Let you know what your tempo is and what your volume is. Another thing that's sometimes useful is the repeat key. So if I want to do a bunch of B's, I got to press it, a bunch of times. If I have the repeat key on, and there it is in the status symbol, lets me do it a lot faster. And that's useful for things actually like when you're trying to change the tempo. Without that repeat key on, if I hold the tempo down. So you see the use of the repeat key. So what I'm going to do is show you some of the things that are unique about this. The Children's Discovery System has actually built-in music, but this module adds to it. What this module does is it adds things like you can control the volume, you can do chords, you can control the tempo, there's special effects, there's different voices. And you can just do more notes in general. You can play 64 notes, not 16, and it has chords as well. There are some effects, 4 different ones. Number 1 is boing, 2 is click, 3 is alarm sound, and 4 is white noise, and here's what they sound like. So one thing I learned about the special effects is the tempo makes different sounds. So I have all 4 sound effects in, and I'm going to play them back at the slowest tempo. Now this is full tempo. So they're a little bit different, not a huge difference obviously. And it also has a couple different voices. The voices cause everything you play to have one of 3 special effects. One is normal electronic sound, the next one is an echo sound, and the other one is a repeating sound. Here are the voices. Here's the regular voice. Here's the second voice. And the third voice. Here's a decent use of the voices. It also has more notes that you can play. Again, I'm not a musician, so I struggle a little bit exactly understanding all these things. It kind of shows you the scales here, and it shows you here which are the new notes. Apparently the ones with plus signs are sharps. So I've input the song Whistle While You Work, and I'm going to play it. So you might think that's a little bit slow, but I'm already at the fastest thing. But the interesting thing is that part of the reason it's slow is because apparently this thing has so little memory that as it's playing, it's showing you the notes. You can turn that display off by pressing memory. Do playback now with the notes not displaying. So that's a huge difference. So I mentioned this lets you do chords. You gotta press chords, and in the status thing, it will show you that you have chords on. Anything with major or minor gives you a chord. That doesn't. Here's another chord. couple other modes like the learn mode, where you put in a song, you press learn, and then it kind of shows you key by key, so you won't hear anything, but then you have to press that note, so it helps you learn a song essentially. So the manual that comes with it is actually pretty hefty, and it gives pretty good directions. You can get at least a sense here of what you're going to do, or what it's going to introduce you to about playing a song, playback modes, how to edit a song, super song endings, chords, things of that night, rhythm. So you will see that there's a songs to play section. Aloha, Oh Susanna, and Aura Lee. So there's a bunch of them. Yellow Rose of Texas, Farmer in the Dell, Irish Washerwoman. I'm sure that's not appropriate. Humoresque by Dvorak. That's interesting. Popeye the Sailor Man. The classic Sunshine on My Shoulder by John Denver. This is a funny one. It tells you the time frame that this was from, the Mork and Mindy theme. And then Kumbaya. And then at the end, they leave you some staff paper to write down notes for songs of your own that you want to compose. So I'll leave you with a great song, Scarborough Fair. That was popularized by Simon and Garfunkel. I have it playing back a little bit faster than they say. All right, so thanks for watching, and leave any comments or thoughts that you have.